Yep. Where we go?
All right, and after that little tone that I will tell Dex to edit in later, that is to inform you that that point is when we had a break in the recording, and it is now like 2 or 3 days later. What happened was Dex went to dinner like a dirty Jew, and
Only Jews have dinner. Only Jews.
only, only Jews make it seem so necessary.
Oh, okay.
Um, and it all went downhill from there, where his computer crashed because he got a stupid Jew Mac.
I didn't know Steve Jobs was Jewish.
And then we were going to try to do it the next day, but I was too tired, and everyone was everywhere. Then we couldn't. Then just it was just a hot mess.
Is all this backstory really necessary? Can't we
Yes.
just it's a few days later? Now that Jesus is still hilarious.
They need to know. I don't want them to be like, is this live? Totally live, which it's never been live.
No.
Right? What the hell?
I'm watching a YouTube video. It's
I'm
live.
also tired today. I mean, just so that's clear. I'm like rubbing up on the curtains. That's how tired I am. Like, oh, curtains. Anyway.
What?
That's not tired. That's mentally damaged.
I kind of think that's neither here nor there.
Anyway, my sexy curtains aside.
Yeah, your infatuation with inanimate objects aside.
So it's we gotta say because of how long we spent on this Jesus image, it's hard to tell exactly what points we've already made. But one thing I know that was new to us after the point of Texas party dinner was these papers here on the ground at in front of this judge here, this sobbing judge, which is and on them are a couple of bills that we have passed in the annals of American history. And so, if I may read a few of those to you here, well, first of all, we've got Emerson versus the Board of Education from 1947. I assume I'm not going to trust this guy who's like completely cited correct information. But according to the info on his website for this case opened the door for the separationist drive by the courts to separate church and state. It was the beginning of removal from prayer from school and God from America. Now,
Well, I don't know. Jesus seems to be right there.
God's just like those dirty immigrants. Kick him out.
now
Where's he from anyway? Not originally America, clearly.
if we conveniently ignore the fact that prayer isn't banned in school, you just can't force the kids to do it, but the kids themselves could do it. Oh, and the fact that of all the other places where God still firmly remains in America, because being a Christian conservative means conveniently forgetting everything. Then yeah, I'd say that's a valid argument that removal of forced prayer in school removed God from America. From all aspects of America.
Ignoring logic, yes.
Right. And isn't that what we're trying to push here, is ignoring logic?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, we don't need to get too far into this. This would be a completely separate snark, but for anybody who's not wants to know more about that, please consult the the educational goals of Texas, where they literally don't like critical thinking.
Because it makes you question your faith.
Like, we're not even making that up. It's in the books.
Oh.
Anyway, Texas is too big for us to tackle on. And then we got the classic Roe versus Wade. I think that's everyone's favorite bill. And this is one of the greatest travesties of all time. It opened the door to legalizing abortions. It does nothing to protect the interest of the unborn child. There have been over 45 million abortions performed in America since 1973.
Oh boy.
Now, one could say that it's better to abort the baby than to have it and then throw it into a dumpster.
But you'd be wrong!
No,
You would be wrong.
God would much prefer that baby make it into the dumpster.
Yes.
In Central Park.
Yeah, in fact,
Only in Central Park. That's where dumpster babies go.
I bet there's somebody who has so many unwanted babies but doesn't get the abortion that they have like a little basketball hoop over their baby trash can.
Baby trash can. Wow, wow, that's
That mental
amazing.
image is quite something.
Denise, that trash can of yours is sobbing again. Yeah, that's my baby trash can. I don't have a lid for it. Yeah. Now I gotta say, I think in the case of if I make hang Stephanie on Spry here, that she is well, I don't know that necessarily that you're pro-life as much as you don't go for abortions.
I'm anti-abortion but pro-choice because
Right.
otherwise people are just have back alley abortions anyway, which are worse.
Right. And the thing for me is that it's not so much that I'm pro-choice, is that I'm very anti-pro-life because I don't think that abortion should be a means of birth control. I mean, I'm with there with the yeah, rape, incest, maybe you shouldn't have that baby. But I gotta tell you, the miles and miles of pro-life billboards while we're driving on up to the casino or to your house, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Just like it's just absolutely nauseating, and they say shit like "babies, God's finest creation,"
and they're always the ugliest babies you've ever seen. That's the worst part.
That's because they're white babies. But then you see that like God's finest creation, a baby, and you're just sitting there thinking, I think he did a better job on the kitten.
Really? Now, if they were trying to outlaw cat abortions, everyone would be behind that.
No, kittens everywhere.
So,
Right.
so the main reason you want people to get abortions is so they would get rid of a load of billboards. Is this what you're saying? Is this what I'm understanding?
Well, I'm not sure it would necessarily help the billboard situation unless you like ballistically launched the aborted fetus in the billboard. But
Wow.
Ew.
Wow.
Ew, that's
and then there's
also one hell of a mental image. You're just like into splattering babies today, Richard.
well, you know, I on many occasions of my life I've imagined like babies on like diaper commercials that piss me off being impaled on like stalactites or stalagmites depending on my mood.
Are you the secret author of babydeathjokes.com?
I'm not. I actually
Oh.
I'm not really a big dead baby joke person. I'm not saying I don't enjoy baby death. I just
You just don't think that baby jokes are funny
It doesn't
because you're
need-
like,
it
well,
doesn't need
yes,
to be
that
phrased-
is what should happen.
it doesn't need to be phrased as a joke to be funny.
Anyway.
Then there's other bills here. Martin versus Hunter Lassie, or I think that's how it says. This gives the Supreme Court ultimate authority over state courts in matters of federal law. Okay, now I should point out that all of these bills here are supposed to be negative. I'm not really sure why that's yes, because federal law should not be handled by Texas. Okay?
Like, I don't particularly want Mississippi making the laws for, say, Idaho either.
It's like
It's like federal law is right in there and they're bitching about it. Like, I think state court should just strike federal law. No, it's a federal court, you jackass.
maybe we're a little biased, but we've also been of the opinion that states' rights are a good thing until the South gets a hold of them.
Right. I mean, I think that's constantly what it is. This is why we can't have nice things like states' rights. The South. Everybody remember segregation?
No.
Protect white rights?
I'm just going to hang my Confederate flag back here.
And they do.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbons versus Ogden gave Congress power to regulate interstate commerce.
That's a bad thing, apparently. Commerce
Which
is a
again,
terrible
like-
thing.
What the hell? Why is that bad?
I could be like taking this out of proportion here, but I feel like that's basically saying if Texas wants to have an exclusive drug trafficking deal with Tennessee, they should get to have that.
Or slave trade.
Right. Like, yeah, I need about 30 black guys filled with coke.
Not cocaine, just Coca-Cola.
I pick cotton better when they're caffeinated.
God damn it, open the truck, I need to piss.
Okay, we're kind of like running right off the rails here.
I think the overall point we've been trying to make here is that this image is funny.
it's hilarious in all kinds of ways. Yes.
Just to, yeah, I mean, like, just to recap, I mean, Jesus is the lead singer of Nickelback. This front white soldier's a pedophile. All the black guys, except for this soldier next to Reagan, are in the back. And, well, Mr. Hollywood.
Don't forget about the vampire.
Oh, yes!
And
Satan, the vampire.
And Abraham Lincoln's obvious having finished a dance number.
Right. Again, Lincoln and Washington clearly have just finished a dance number, and John Adams wants you to check it out.
Check it out. Also, the guy next to him is also kind of like, yeah, didn't that look cool?
By the way, one thing I pointed out when I first saw this image that I think I forgot this time around, Thomas Jefferson here is holding what's supposed to be a draft of the Declaration of Independence, but from here it totally looks like some kind of, like a piece of lumber, and he's totally about to clock Jesus with it.
God damn it.
I'm gonna just take credit for that!
I'm gonna get that sumbitch.
Oh, God damn it, Jesus, you stole my spot in the limelight for the last time.
Why would Jefferson talk like that?
I don't know. What would he
Like
sound
that-
like?
that-
I don't.
That way. Shut up. It's great. That's what Jefferson's gonna sound like in my mind forever now.
That's back when they were still kind of British,
Oh. Okay.
I think I'm going to strike Jesus with my wood.
Quite.
That's like a Kennedy accent.
Whatever. No one knows how the British people talk.
Fuck you.
Not even they know.
I do.
I was gonna just say, what the hell?
I know how I talk.
Okay, seriously, really, really off now. We should just stop with, in conclusion, this painting is hilarious.
And no, in conclusion, this painting is certainly thought-provoking.
Yes, fine.
Like I said before, my thoughts have definitely been provoked.
And it never ends. You could look at this painting, like, I don't know how many times I've seen this now, but every time I look at it, I find something new to be...
Chortly with.
Yes, I guess.
Well, okay, we should, for the sake of
Time.
moving on with our lives in general,
Yes.
I think we should move on from this and go on to our final segment, which I have historically been calling Final Thought, but that's already been taken by Jerry Springer, a fine programming genius. So I think for now we're going to call it, we could just call it Final Snark until I get a better name. But today, usually my final thought / snark is about some other thing that annoys me, be it people pretending to be random, or My Little Pony, or, things along that sort. But this time, I have a special individual I would like to address. And he is a proud member of Fur Affinity, as well as the state of Missouri. And he goes by Leo the Tiger. Now, little short history on him, me and him. He watched me a while ago, touting that although he was a Christian conservative, he was going to be all understanding and tolerant of other people's beliefs, and then, well, not long after the fact, he blocked me without warning. I kind of always suspected it was because of the time that I said that all the Duggars and their children should die in a fire while listening to Disco Inferno. Well, actually, no, the video should have Disco Inferno. They probably wouldn't be listening to it. But they'd probably be listening to, like, New Country. And I can handle being blocked. I've been blocked before. I was recently blocked on an image I dared to say was just porn, not art. And, but the thing about him is that when you pretend to be tolerant and you're not, and then you block them without saying anything, that's going to get my attention a little more than it probably should for anybody's own good. So, I decided that Leo would be our first non-consenting participant in Art Snark, but more so, he doesn't have any visual art, and he specializes in writing pieces. Many, many writing pieces. I cannot even tell you how many. And I would just like to read a few of his little gems with here, and so I hope you will all join me and possibly snap your fingers like a hipster poetry cafe when we're done. And then next, I don't know if British people snap their fingers, but you could just click your tongue. Now, I would first like to start with a poem I read a long time ago entitled Beggars by Leo the Tiger. And
Oh boy.
here we go. Beggars, can we trust them? Are they really in need? Are they really in need our help? I think an of should be there. Do they sincerely have a problem? Or are they really down on their luck? Do they beg just because they want to? Are they hiding a secret? Do they secretly want to rip us off? Are they lying to us without knowing it? Is this poem just a series of questions and in no way a poem? Is it free verse or is it just him ranting? Those last few lines I fabricated. Part of me wants to help them, but the other part says, don't, it's a trap. Anyone else picturing a vagrant like a trapdoor spider right now? Like, dah! It comes out of his little dirt pile. Like, no, I gave him a quarter, don't cost me my life. Right. Oftentimes I wonder when it's okay to help and when it's not okay to give assistance. Please be careful on those who beg because you don't know if they're truthful. They could be schizophrenic or just try to get your cash.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we all know, the richest people in America are therefore the most trustworthy.
Yes.
I think that
and are never schizophrenic.
No,
never.
No, there's nothing wrong with anybody who is rich, but all those poor people are fucked up.
Yeah.
And are suspect.
Are right, exactly. And I shared some thoughts with him a long time ago on this. Now, that was before he deleted all of his submissions because he was worried that we would use his writing to steal his identity.
Wow.
And I was kind of thinking,
because I really want to go by the name Leo the Tiger.
Like, I'm going to steal this guy's identity. It's like, did you write this beggar's poem? Yeah, as it turns out, that's not who I am at all.
Yeah, really.
Now, but sometimes his poems aren't always about social conflicts, or maybe they are, depending on how you look at it. Sometimes they are about more mundane things. Now, here is a poem he wrote. It is one of my all-time favorites, and I should point out that he, by default, is probably my favorite writer. Like, I've been reading a story by my good friend GT, and I'm sorry, GT, but your story just cannot compare with this stuff. It just cannot.
Your excellently crafted universe and thought-provoking characters cannot compete with Leo's free verse, which is really just a collection of thoughts.
And I would now like to read my favorite one, entitled Salad. I think that was some snapping, but it just sounded like a clacking Mario toy.
Sorry.
Salad. Eating healthy is a tough thing to do, and almost impossible with fast food. But I'm taking a solution that works for me. I'm eating salad more often. By the way, I think it's just inspiring that a conservative recognizes salad as a food choice.
Right, I think it is too.
Because usually they don't want to eat anything unless it had hopes and dreams.
Right. That they can crush.
It's easy to find salad at buffets, but not so much to order at fast food. Some salads I've eaten are... Try to keep up, Dex. Some salads I've eaten are better than others, depending on the chain. Because, but he's not like... He's conservative enough to where he would never be caught dead making one at home.
Right.
Leo, are you making a salad? Get your ass over here, boy. It's time for a spanking.
That'd be a whooping.
And then a steak.
I'm not becoming a vegetarian because
that would make me a fag.
because I still eat my share of meat. But by eating salad instead of French fries, it makes my meal worth eating.
What?
Relaxing Dragon would be like kicking some ass right now if you were here. Like, what? You're saying all my meals weren't worth eating? I don't know why he sounds like a redneck too, because we had him. He just sounds like a dirty homo. Anyway.
Dirty homo.
I'm not upset that it costs a bit extra to substitute salad for fries. I ask you all to join me now and take part in the salad revolution.
Salad revolution. That's great.
That salad revolution that is revolution.
The children of the salad revolution.
So there's this person who commented on this. Her name is Vivian Fox. We first met on DeviantArt when she left an angry opinion on one of my journals on DeviantArt, and then since then she watches me and unwatches me on like a weekly basis on For Affinity. I think she likes me.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Anyway.
say. I think she's trying to tell you something.
Anyway, so she posted a comment on this that is simply the crying with laughter emoticon. And this is like the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. He responded to that simply saying, "You like it?" Just like,
It's
Oh
really
man,
sad.
that is quite. Oh man.
I guess technically she does though. I mean, I quote this poem probably like every day.
I'm sad. It was like I mean, I've heard that poem at least twice before, so like it's less funny now because I'm just like, yeah, that's
In fact, you know what?
salad.
I'm changing my Skype name from Newport Pleasure to Salad Revolution.
Brilliant.
I'm doing it right now, guys. There we go.
Why
Alright.
would you swap salad for French fries? Why would you do that? That's dumb.
What a bad man he is.
Well, I'm not. I'm a kind of a vegetarian now, but not as much. But
Now
I was a
now you're just
vegetarian.
annoying.
I was. Yes, I'm just annoying. Fine, but I didn't eat any sort of meat for years and years and years, probably like 12 years, and I would still be like, I'm going to a fast food place. I need some fucking fries.
It's kind of a prerequisite if you're going anywhere that was fast food. You get French fries.
You know,
Well, like, what are you doing at a fast food restaurant then? Go home and eat real food.
Buy salad
We
from
don't have
from
real
a
food.
You're gonna
store.
talk about it.
You could get some
Like-
salad dressing, cut up some tomatoes.
by the way, earlier today I saw that he said I think he's currently in like Joplin, Missouri, which if that's true and he's been there the whole time, he almost makes you feel bad for making fun of him. Like, oh, there is no Joplin anymore.
Where will he eat salad?
Like, there's probably like that like one shack that you like live in right out of.
Maybe maybe he's actually homeless, and he wrote that poem like ironically. So he is actually a hobo.
Like, if I beg, definitely don't give it to me because I'm totally trying to get your cash
Exactly.
for salad.
For salad. Yeah.
All right, I would like to quick read one more of his. God, this is lengthier than it should be. That I just discovered today. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it in my talking too fast voice. You've heard it before. It's just how I talk. What happened to the time when swearing was viewed as highly rude? What happened to the time when it was just flat out wrong? What happened to the time when kids got soap in their mouths for cursing? What happened to the time when swearing got you switched? I love that, by the way.
Switched.
Like, like a, the term like "go cut me a switch." I never really know exactly what a switch is, but it's something they hit you
It's
with.
like it's a branch.
Oh right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's what it is. So it's like, right.
Usually like off of a willow tree because they're flexible and pliable.
Right, okay, so basically what happened to the time when kids got beat to fuck up for acting out?
For using the wrong words, yes.
Oh.
What happened to the time when swearing got you threatened to be sent to the military? The military, which he loves so much, by the way. Which he recognizes as a threat,
Whoa,
though.
whoa, whoa. What happened to the time when swearing got you sent to the military,
Threatened
where
to
a
be sent
big,
to-
angry man stands in front of you and swears at you and calls you a piece of dirt?
Fuck, fuck, fuck! Go kill Iraqis!
Exactly. That sounds like a
happened to the
great
time-
idea.
What happened to the time when we just did not rely on offensive language? I weep because those days are gone. He is sad that we don't beat our kids with switches anymore.
He's basically sad that, like, a child
I
abuse
loved it when
isn't
I
a
got beat
thing.
with a switch. I got beat with a switch every day, and I really liked it.
It was character building.
And swearing is accepted as normal. Thank goodness I live in a city where it's hated. I
What?
bet if it's Joplin, I think they were swearing recently.
Uh,
Like, oh fuck, where's our town? Anyway. Thank goodness I live in a city it's hated and I have friends that reinforce it. Though now it's unconstitutional, Wildcat City, which is his fictional city where his Christian conservative superhero big cats live, Wildcat City used to have a law that sent folks to jail for a period for every single swear word said. Well, that sounds like a straight-up dictatorship. Not that I'm calling him Saddam.
Fuck, man,
That
I'd be in
law,
jail for like
alas, is no
1400
longer
years.
there, but it still has shaped our city culture. What sets us apart from all the rest and makes us all very happy. Swear words are not protected free speech. according to the First Amendment. Yet it still happens. Oh, wait a minute, I have to stop right there. Everything that every noise you can make with by a combination of saliva, tongue, and lips, protected by free speech.
Yeah.
Okay, like all of it. Like, if they're not, like, it's not gonna. What do you think it's gonna say? Like, oh, like all Americans have the right to free speech, including damn shit, fuck, bitch, cocksucker.
Oh my god.
Jesus cunting semen breath.
Yeah, pretty much that old George Carlin sketch about the words you can't say on television taken directly from the Bill of Rights.
Yeah. It's great. I like how he mentions his friends don't like to swear. I kind of like to imagine that his friends all sit around, they talk like normal people, swearing and stuff,
Like
and then he comes over and they're like, "Oh, it's Leo."
God, that guy was like a fucking bastard. What'd you say? I said he was an apple head.
Or like, oh, son of a big leafy green vegetable.
Don't go dragging salad into the mud now. Right,
I bet his friends read his poetry and laugh at him secretly.
I gotta finish this now.
Okay.
Yet it happens, and no one will take a stand. I'm not a rock star, or rather, I know I'm a rock star and proud of it. By the way, sometimes I think this is one of his characters that he's writing as because he does that.
Yeah, I was
that way you can never. That way you can never fully blame him for the shit that comes out of his fingers. So it's not him. I think it's Crypto who's the rock star. It is. It's like, isn't it sick that I know that?
Yeah.
He is.
I know I'm a rock star and proud of it, but I have friends with marching band backgrounds that want to offer you an alternative to swearing. Play an instrument in a band.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Ah, I stubbed my toe. Here's my tuba.
Oh, it hurts.
I knew I was right to save this for the Snark. Nobody talked to Leo today. He's got his trombone.
Hey, what's your problem?
Although he's apparently a drummer, but whatever. Which is worse? That's like, I'm sure all the worst swearing gets put into the drums.
My girlfriend left me, and now for a sick guitar solo.
You'll be glad you did, and sorry you never swore to start with, or rather, you'll be glad. Did you want to say something, Stephanie?
Yeah, well, like, I'm just imagining, like, if you're in the conversation with someone, like, oh, I'm sorry, I've been cheating on you for the last 5 years. Oh, you, like, you know, I can't make a good instrument noise. Like,
you dirty
You sit there, well, get my fucking drum set, man. No, get my banging drum set. I have thoughts for you.
Banging. All right.
I'm so mad at you.
You know, guys, we're mocking this, but it would be pretty great to try to do.
It would make for some great improvised music.
I'm gonna like actually feel bad if he says he like saw this Snark and then like went home and like cried because he doesn't know.
He wouldn't go home and cry. He'd go home.
He says he cries. Is that like no conservative cries, but he says he does.
So that's story for another time. Don't go down the.
He probably just go home and plays the bassoon.
I'm gonna try to wrap this up. This is like like a lengthier poem of his. He really tried at this one. All right. You'll be glad you did being played instrument in a band. Keep up. And you're sorry you ever swore to start with. For in Wildcat City, marching bands save lives. These are some badass marching bands.
And to think when I marched in the band, all I learned how to do was walk and play an instrument at the same time.
So many kids ran away from their homes, whether someone swore or not, and none of these bands that they ever joined ever allowed swearing. What? Thankfully, no one in any band has ever said a swear word, ever.
What fucking bullshit is that?
it's just culturally, morally, and ethically wrong in Wildcat City. You'll see
I
it
have
in
lost. I couldn't count on how many fingers I have on my hands. How many times I've been to a show, and they've sworn, like all the time, pretty much.
I rejoice that my powers bleep out swear words. That'd be one hell of a superpower. But I weep that my teammates still hear them. If I had my way, and more than not, I don't, no one on this earth would swear. Yet swearing continues to this day, and there's nothing I can do about it. If you swear in front of me, I'm going to make you sorry.
Wow.
I will cry, and I will be angry, because I'm an emotional tiger. Swearing is just flat out rude, disrespectful, and absolutely low class. Fuck bitch, suck my dick. As for my colleagues in Britain, Jesus fuck my ass. They also hate swearing. They also just wish swearing would just go into room 101. You know what's funny? My apartment number is 101.
All the swearers can come hang out with you.
And I hope I've made my point, and I'm sure you'll understand, so please heed my advice. When in doubt, shut up.
Wow.
God fuck sluts.
Well,
Okay.
I think we've all learned something today. We can all take something away from this experience.
You know, because of how lengthy that one was, I can't go into everything about Leo I wanted to. Although I want to say that I can't go into it, but if you ever want to take a look in his earlier favorites and look at how many Speedos there are, I think he's dealing with more than one identity crisis.
Well,
So that's that's for you to go check out.
But don't take my word for it. This is just like reading Rainbow.
it's
Check
in
it
a,
out on your own.
take a look. It's in a book.
What can you say? He's
Favorites.
really gay. Leo the Tiger. Leo the Tiger.
Anyway, I think we're about done.
Oh, well, we have to be. I'm going to have to go dig out my clarinet so I can communicate with people later.
Yeah, I've got all my guitars here, so I should be okay.
Well,
But you can't march in a marching band with a guitar. You need like a marching band instrument. I learned how to march with that clarinet.
by the way,
I'm prepared to talk to anyone who makes me angry today.
it comes as no surprise the genre of music he hates the most.
Rock and roll.
What do you think? What?
Rock music?
No.
Rap.
Rap.
Oh,
Rap. Oh, those country boys, they hate the rap.
because rap is never, it never makes its way into any other kind of genre of music besides hip hop.
That's because, that's because he literally said that rap is like the swearing music. All the swearing happens in rap.
There's Christian rap, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's
let's not talk
fine.
about that.
Okay. We should wrap this up. I told you we could have a Leo special if you keep going.
All right. So that brings a conclusion to this far too long art snark, thanks to that Jesus image. And I would like to quickly go back and thank our artists, because I actually never closed it. So, or not artists, but people who contributed. So our first image, that Rat Necromancer, I bet we all already forgot about that.
Nope.
Rat Necromancer was given to me by Roshiu, or however you say it, on For Affinity, in an effort to get us to stop doing stuffing-related images. So we
Thanks a
thank
lot
him,
for that, yeah.
and the first guy who ever volunteered an image without us having to ask. Second image, I believe, is this the conjoined Bear Girls. That would be a registered trademark of Thetan over on For Affinity, THEYTON. And well, then there's that Juice image that was done by some Utah fucker.
You didn't make a noise, Return.
Well, hold on, wait.
Or you're gonna be facing jail time.
Well, I only have my guitar's over there. I can't.
It was, I think it was McNaughton something? Was it?
Don't tell them he does not need sight hits.
Alright.
I'm doing the
Okey-dokey.
work of God. I assume he talks like that.
And of course, there's Leo the Tiger, but don't tell him I sent you, because he will have to hide his identity all over again. Well, I'm not Leo. I'm Theo. The Puma. Oh. I thought you were Leo the Tiger. No.
Okay, we done?
So, yeah, so I believe with that we can make this a wrap, and so thanks, Stephanie, for being not so crazy that you made this impossible.
Well, you're welcome.
And thanks, Dex, for continuing to maintain the accent.
Thank you.
And well, I'm not thanking anybody who watched. We did them a favor. All right, see you later, everybody.